Well, we're confirmed to finish 6th in the league, but we might still win the Intermediate Cup as long as we beat the Police, who are in 8th with more points than us. What's happening, guys? Hello and welcome to episode 8 of Unknown to Icon. I'm Razmataz, and today we're going to be playing our final league game of the season against Lemavady United, and then we're going to go on and play against the Police in the final of the Intermediate Cup. Obviously, we will be moving on from Banbridge at the end of this season, and we're in a strange position in the league, to be honest. We're in 6th. What actually happened was, at some point in time, there became this line here. And this line separated the championship group from the not championship group. So we've only played games against the teams that are up here. And unfortunately, we've not done massively well. So we are now confirmed to finish in 6th spot. So even if we beat Lemavady today, we will not be able to go above them or above Bangor. So that is our spot. What I was saying before about the Police is they're in 8th and currently on 34 points. And so are Tobermoor United. They're in 7th and on 39 points. So they have more points than we do. And more points than Bangor, actually, for Tobermoor. But they can't finish any higher in the league. So your positions were pretty much set within the league, but could change inside of whichever group you were drawn into, essentially. But either way, there we go. That's how the league looks. So today's game, we are going to be playing a very rotated side against Lemavady because there's no point in playing our full side. We want to save all of those players for the game against the Police in the Intermediate Cup. As you can see, we have gone with an extremely rotated side. So Joshua Hannon in goal. We're giving him a chance. If he has a good game in goal, there's a very high chance that he might play in the Intermediate Cup final because he wasn't that great. Lewis Hunter wasn't that great in the last league game that we played. He made a couple of mistakes again, which obviously makes me panic. And I need everybody on form for the big game of our season now. Obviously, nothing's going to happen in the league. The most important thing for us is that we try and win some silverware in the Intermediate Cup. Willis is an absolute shocker whenever he starts, so we're giving him the game now because he's not going to be starting. So Willis at left back. Anderson is soon to be retiring. He is going to be playing the last game for us and his last game of football at centre back. Snodden at centre back with him as his partner. Joe Cooney at right back. McMahon and Davis through central midfield. Alves, Portuguese young lad, 24 years old, youngish. 1.5 star current ability, 2.5 star potential. So he's going to get a game for us. He's not played for us yet. Out from the left wing. Dixon at right wing. And then our main partnership up top, as usual, McCavitt and Pedro. So we can still potentially score some goals. That is the team that we're going with. Just realised that I didn't even pick my bench either. So we've got, we've actually ended up okay, but we've not got a bench that we would like there. So none of our main players can come on at all to save us if we start getting battered here. But I'm hopeful that even with this rotated team, we can at least put out a half-decent performance against Lemavady and potentially even pull off a draw on the last day of the season. Just for a good showing. That would be nice. Here we go then. Game has kicked off. Drop it back down. Been playing a bit faster off camera. And it looks like we're doing okay so far, We've completely nullified them in the first 10 minutes, and we've had a shot. That, to me, let's call the game there. That's enough. Here we go, though. Davis has had a crack from miles out off the crossbar. Harwood's managed to clear the ball away. Dylan Snodden booked already. That's concerning. Don't want him getting sent off. I don't think that would carry on into the cup final, but you never know. May have happened to me before, actually. Oh, and they've scored. Cracking header as well. Joshua Hannon wasn't looking so great there. Perhaps I've made a mistake in putting my trust in him again. Not too much happening in the way of the highlights in this first half. They've had the better half of things and better on possession, but here we go. Free kick, Willis to take. Did a screamer come in to make me... Oh, that was pretty good. Wells does make the save. Pushes the ball out for a corner. Yep. Let's just listen to my assistant manager. He probably has a better idea of things than I do. Ball goes out. Alves, for whatever reason, didn't want to recover it there. We will remove get stuck in. I don't want Dylan Snodden being sent off here. And that is half time. Had a bit of a shout at the lads at half time. Told them that they were being crap. But looking at it, we have got some seriously poor performances down there. McCavitt on a 6.4. Hopefully he's getting his inconsistency out of the way in this game, which means nothing to us at this point. We've got nothing to play for. Dixon on a 6.1 though. That's horrendous. As soon as this highlight's over, you're coming off. McMahon, captain, or the previous captain of the team, he will probably be wearing the armband today, unless we've given it to Anderson for his last game. Dunlop holding up the ball nicely. Back to Harwood, to Carlin, out to Pedden. A centre-back scored the winning goal against us. We have been shocking in terms of that. I'm going to drop us down to a cautious mentality just so that we're not caught on the back foot again here, which it looks like we have been. Oof, thankfully, that one comes off the post. All right. Highlights over. A change needs to be made. All right, bit of a change then. So we've gone to a 4-2-3-1. Essentially, what we've done is we've pushed Davies up out of central midfield on attack into the attacking midfielder spot. We've actually moved Pedro out to the right wing, and then we've brought on Chris Cohen to play as deep line playmaker, so McMahon plays as our central midfielder on attack. Maybe we can do a little bit of something now. On that cautious mentality, we should be able to soak up some pressure and then possibly catch them on the counter, although it is not looking like it's going to be our day at the moment. They have absolutely bossed us from start to finish. Brown to Dunlop. Brown tries to put the ball in. Lovely block there. Couldn't see who it was. Anderson's had a shocker. And so has Joshua Hannon again. That is 2-0, and we are not looking good on the final day of the season. It is a good job that our final position was already cemented, although this is not going to be good for our morale going into this cup final. No good from Joshua Hannon. I suppose this is what I get for playing a rotated team. But just felt like seeing what some of these players were about. You know, we're not going to see them again because we're not going to be here next year. And there wasn't really much to play for. So we just gave a couple of players a game that we weren't going to give a game. And my sentimental side gave Anderson a game at centre-back. Oof. Good couple of efforts there. They were great at it on the defending there. Goalkeeper made a good save. And I think it was Toland. It was Toland made the block. And Anderson, in his last game, has had a heavy injury, and I have nobody to play at centre-back now. We're possibly going to have to play a left-back, a young left-back at centre-back for the last 15 minutes of this game. Let's encourage the lads. Come on, boys. Soaking up pressure is not going to happen here. If anything, we're probably going to concede again. We didn't need Anderson to get an injury there, but, you know, we gave him his last run out. And that is it. Unfortunately, we do lose 2-0 on the final day of the season, which is a bit disappointing. But we didn't exactly put out our first team squad here. I did want those boys to be fully rested and had a nice little break before we play against the Police in the Intermediate Cup final. Let's push on to that. Here we are. It's one day out from our game against the Police in the Intermediate Cup final. The media, for whatever reason, seem to think that we're favourites, which is, you know, good for us. But our morale hasn't been as good as it could have been, considering that our form has not been great running into the end of the season. So a loss, draw, and then 3 losses on the bounce. So we're definitely going to be a little bit shaky in terms of morale. We've got a chance to hold a team meeting here, which hopefully will lift the boys' spirits. So let's jump in. Some people, a cup match is a big match. Let's just say business as usual. Perfect. Everybody's happy. Business as usual. Nice and relaxed. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Look at that. That is the kind of morale you want going into a cup final. I think we're going to win this. Come on, the boys. Come on, Banbridge. All right, here we go. Final game of the season. Cup final day. We are putting out what I believe to be our strongest team. After that shocker of a performance by Joshua Hannon in the last game, I'm putting my faith in Hunter. He's not going to mess this up for us. He is not going to mess it up for us. I've got complete confidence. Hunter in goal, Gavin Conn at left back, solid centre-back partnership of Owen and Fielding all season, Brown at right back, OG Gallagher and Cohen through central midfield, Davies coming in from the left, Tomlinson from the right, and then Pedro and McCavitt up front. On the bench, we've got Dylan Snodden, solid performer off the bench for us for the year. Nothing special, but decent player. Hamilton, he played really well last time, and Jake Willis has been awful, to be perfectly honest. So Hamilton is our option to come on at left back. Joe Cooney can play right back and centre back, so a little double option for us there. McMahon to come on at central midfield should we need somebody, and then Connor Downey can play at left wing, which will obviously free up Davis to move across if needs be, or he can play up top. So, just going to pop it onto a cautious mentality. Let's go win ourselves a cup, shall we? Okay. I'm a little bit nervous. I've always been horrendous leading up to the end of the season, but I just feel something today. I feel like we're going to do this. We haven't been the best against the police. We've lost one, we've drawn one. I'm feeling like it's a Tober Moore United situation. We're going to win this game. We are going to win this cup. We've got to do it. I'm just going to change it up. I want to put it onto extended highlights, same speed and everything, but we want to see a lot from this game. In the very early moments, we've had the upper hand. OG Gallagher with a beautiful free kick, saved from Bolton though, and it does go out for a corner. OG Gallagher to take the corner as well. Come on, boys. We're up for this one today. OG Gallagher floats the ball over near post. Not quite managed to get it there. OG Gallagher ball back in again. Nothing coming. Gavin Conn just decides to let it run out of play. I'm assuming that's going to be our throw, and that's why he's just left it. We seem to be having the upper hand so far. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. We're playing a 4-2-4. Brown to OG Gallagher, corner of the box. Puts it across towards Davis. Not going to get there. Cohen does pick up the ball on the edge. Back into Davis. McCavitt. Oof. Defender makes a stop. Davis was offside anyway. No troubles there. Everybody seems to be performing okay. Owen's having a bit of a slower game than he normally would. We're looking to, let's do that then. Play it out of defence. Why not? Here we go. Gavin Conn to Davies. Ball into the centre. OG Gallagher comes from nowhere straight into the hands of Bolton, their keeper. DJ Pedro not looking like he's having the best of games. And Brown is on a card. So is Fielding as well, who got stuck in on. Maybe want to turn stuck in off. Don't want anybody getting sent off. That would really put us in the mud. Ball dropped far back. Owen recovers, picks up the ball, passes it back to Hunter. Hunter's had an assist recently in the last few games that we played as well. I'd love to see another one from him. It was to beat DJ Pedro as well. He picks up the ball, but McDade's picked it up. To Riddle, he's picked up a knock. It's through to Watts. Oh, they've scored. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Come on, lads. We're not done yet. Let's encourage the boys. Still cautious. We have got a couple of poor performers on the pitch, though. Like DJ Pedro on a 6.2 is shocking. Shocking. And I'm concerned about these boys. Fielding on a yellow card. Not much we can do there. We've got a highlight here, though, that we're missing. Chris Cohen, ball into the centre. Rise back. Gavin Conn manages to pick it up. Holds onto the ball for too long and he's snapped up by Moore there. Down through the wing. Out. Fielding manages to recover the ball. Lovely. Chris Cohen hoofs the ball forward towards McCavitt. He is going to get there. Oh, their keeper's been on top form. McCavitt looks like, he was offside anyway. We've been the better team here. We've just unfortunately had a defensive error that's just let them in. They were just quicker than us. That ball through from Riddle. Brown heads the ball out and Riddle has picked it up. Ball back into Watts again. Oh, he was nearly there. Owens managed to clear it. It came off the bar, off the post. We have not looked good. DJ Pedro on a 6.2. I am so tempted to take him off right now. He's going to score here, I bet. Tomlinson heads the ball over the top. Do we need to match it? Yeah, we do. 6.1 from DJ Pedro. It's just not his day, is it? So I think Connor Downey comes on for DJ Pedro as the target forward. Ball bang forward. Watts puts it back to Turkington. Out to Riddle. Ball over the top to Watts. Fielding manages to get their diving header out of the box. This is an intense game. We have been the better side here. 10 shots, 5 on target. Their goalkeeper is an absolute... Oh, no. Our keeper's aerial range is terrible. It is terrible. Oh, dear. It's 2-0 to the police. We've got to change something up. Let's go positive. Turkington back to Ferguson. I can't believe how unfortunate we've been. Hunter, that was a bit of a shocker from you there. Rise puts the ball in. Owen heads it clear to Tomlinson, to Connor Downey, back to Chris Cohen, and that's the end of the highlight. Their goalkeeper's had a great game. And so is Riddle on the left. Come on, boys. Let's encourage the lads again. Come on, we've got to get something out of this game. We have to. Stephen McCabe's not having the best of games either, and neither is Gavin Conn. Tomlinson's tired, needs to come off. We don't have anybody to bring on for him. He's pushed. That's a penalty. Lovely job. There's the penalty. Tomlinson, they're recommending Cooney to come on for him as a right back. Not feeling that. Not feeling that at all. McCabe scores the penalty. Lovely job. We're back in the game, lads. It's 2-1. Beautiful stuff. Bottom left-hand corner. Sends the keeper the wrong way. And we're on. Here we go. Highlight for Briars. McCabe knocks the ball forward towards Danny, but he's not able to get there. Owen out to Fielding to OG Gallagher. Ball over the top for Davies, who I think was offside. Knocked back by their player. Davies sends it into the middle to Cohen, and it bounces off McCabe, I think, and Bolton picks up the ball. Lads, this is not what we wanted. Tomlinson's picked up the ball. Those knee ligaments don't seem to be bothering him that much. Pops the ball across, squares it to Davies. Davies goes for goal. And it's a goal kick for the police. Fielding to Downey. Downey into the middle towards Davis. Not able to get there. Chris Cohen can. Oh, no special goal from him today. We've removed, get stuck in. 87th minute. We need to do something soon if we're going to do something at all. Tomlinson with a lovely sliding tackle. Takes the ball off of Riddle and he's fully down and out. Fielding, we're playing against 10 men here. Come on, boys. Fielding beats his man. Davis is there. We've only got to score this 2-2. Lovely job. What a return this is from the lads. Come on, boys. Come on. That is fantastic. Riddle out of the game. Unfortunate for them. Fielding beats his man beautifully. Ball in. What a cross that is. And Davis is there with a sweet header. Perfect. That's exactly what we needed. Come on then, boys. Let's get it going. Lovely job. Let's encourage the boys. One more opportunity before the end. It's going to go to extra time. Oh, the nerves. Right, that should mean that we get an extra sub, right? Very happy with how things are going. Come on, lads. Extra time. We're in. OG Gallagher. Back to Snodden. Puts it out to Gavin Conn on the left back. Back into OG Gallagher in the middle. Deep line playmaker role suits him so well. Owen pops the ball up and forward towards McCabe, who wasn't able to get his head on it. We're still playing very well here. Fielding to Tomlinson. Knee ligaments, not a problem. Cohen across. Davis has to come back out to pick it up. It's not a very good pass from him. Owen does win the header there against Watts. OG Gallagher slots through Connor Downey. Oh, and their defender Matt blocks the shot. Lavorka blocks it and it goes out for a corner. Looks like Downey's going to take it. Ball into the middle. McCavitt's there and it comes off the post. Connor Downey's managed to recover it. Stops it going from out of play. OG Gallagher has a crack and it goes over the bar. All right. How many subs have we got to make now? Hopefully 2. Yeah, 2 remaining subs. Okay, so. Elliot Owens having a good game. But he's tired. Noel Fielding is playing out of his skin, but he's tired. So let's bring Cooney on at centre-back. We'll play Cooney at right centre-back on no-nonsense centre-back. And then I think we trust that Tomlinson can just keep it going. We bring off Chris Cohen for McMahon as the attacking midfielder, central midfielder on attack. Come on, boys. Come on, we can do this. If we can see there is heartbreak, but we're not going to, I don't think. Connor Downey's picked up the ball, makes the interception to McMahon, plays it through to Davis. Davis trying to break past his man, but it's not going to happen. Plays it into the centre. McMahon to McCavitt. Connor Downey's through. Wasn't able to get the ball ahead of their player, their defender. Oh, somehow it's made it through to McMahon. And it's come off the crossbar. Oh, dear. Okay. Come on, boys. Let's go attacking. We can do this. We can finish this lot off. We don't have to go to penalties. Oh, no. Ball lands straight to their attacker. Who is that at 15? Cooney just letting his man run past him. Just falls asleep. Lets him go. No problem. Half time of extra time. We've kicked off again. Turkington out to Whitford. Their start of play this time. There's Cochrane there on the left-hand side. Riddle obviously had to come off. Snodden picks up the ball nicely. All right, Lewis Hunter hoofs the ball forward. Connor Downey not able to get his head on it there. It falls past him to their central defender, I believe, who's Owens. He pops the ball forward to McMahon in the middle. McCavitt's through. Oh no, he's come off the crossbar again. Oh, he was offside. It was offside anyway. Don't panic. Right. Oh, here we go. Free kick for Connor Downey. He's only got it scored. Oh my God. 109 minutes. It's 3-2 to Banbridge Town. Come on, boys. Let's hold it out. This is unbelievable. If we win this here without going to penalties, this is fantastic. And that is the first bit of silverware in our career as a manager. First season with Banbridge. We're going to win the Intermediate Cup unless they absolutely break our heart here. Cooney out to Fielding. Fielding passes the ball up to Tomlinson, to OG Gallagher, back to Tomlinson, through to Connor Downey. He's had a shot. I'd have probably passed it. I wanted him to pass it across the box there. Watts plays it out to McDade. McDade, is he going to beat Cooney? Turkington in the middle. Hoofs the ball out to go to Kappa, and it goes out for a throw. We'll have a minimum of 1 more minute added time. Our throw. Gavin Conn out to Connor Downey. Doesn't manage to get there. It's back out for another throw. Is that it? Gavin Conn to take the throw again. It's all over. We've won. We've done it. Unbelievable. Look at that. That is beautiful. Go on up there and get your trophy, lads. Intermediate Cup champions in our first season. Unbelievable stuff. What a performance that was. 2-0 down to come back and win 3-2 in extra time. Unbelievable. Passes it to OG Gallagher, the captain. What a don he's been this season. Ooh, ready? Way, there it is. That is unbelievable stuff. What a performance by the boys to pull that back, honestly. I cannot believe that that's the kind of game that we had. Nervy final. Very nervy final. I thought for a minute we were done and dusted at 2-0. I really thought that was it. But somehow, with a little bit of attacking pressure and just a bit of faith that Tomlinson could push through his injury, we have managed to win the Intermediate Cup. We battered them as well. 27 shots, 10 on target to their 10 shots and 3 on target. 57% possession. All sorts of yellow cards all across the pitch. And a 5-goal thriller for us to win the Intermediate Cup. Unbelievable. Still absolutely buzzing from that win in the Intermediate Cup there. What a way to finish out the season. 2-0 down in the game. Pull it back to win 3-2. Obviously, we had to do it in extra time, but what an effort from the lads. And we finished the season with silverware. Our first season in management, and hopefully that's going to be a nice accolade that's going to help us get a bigger job at a bigger club. So, next time out, we're going to be obviously having a look at our season review for our time at Banbridge Town, and then we'll be having a little look at the job centre and trying to find ourselves a new position. If you've enjoyed the video and the series so far, please do drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more FM23 content.